चलते रहे Champions League एक हाथ गैस में हैंगुमन किक पे जब ये नरमने भागी दुल्हने भीदी दस्ते गोल एक गाना इसी सरसने समरोपने साथ देने We are one game one heart oh, oh. Champions League में अरबने One game, one heart Champions League साधना अरबने दिव्यने चायगने एक सीने डबियाने One game, one heart Champions League where dreams take part Raise your flags, feel the art One game, one heart
Sri Lanka Football Champions League, powered by TV Supreme.
Of the Super 8. They'll need to get their season up and run. It's the Super 8. They'll be hoping for a change in fortunes as the players are about to make their way out. Live-in football, and yes, we well and truly are live-in football here in Sri Lanka at the moment. Sri Lanka Football Champions League has nothing but impressed as the players trot onto the field here. Pelicans in their double green strip, and Sri Lanka Police in their traditional dark blue, led out by the team of match officials. And the match officials, always great to see. Team pictures for the Cops and the Pelicans making that long trip from Kurunegala. Sri Lanka Police, though, just across town from the police park, made their way to the Racecourse International Stadium, trying to get things to click this season. Sri Lanka Police, they'll want to join the rest of the armed forces in the top division next time out. Unfortunately, circumstances find them in the second division, but still not too late for them to get things kick-started and get some points on the board and really push for promotion. So into the coin toss now between both captains. The match officials, Chatro Maduranga, the man under pressure, will be assisted by Asela Sirivardhana and Hiranta Pumal, and G. Romesh will be the fourth official for today's fixture. So we take a look at the lineup for Pelicans, who topped Group B. We'll have Koja Anoke, Kavindu Ishan, Yasasvi Tirimana, Ernest Ado, Siluyagam Sadurian, Vigneshwar Raja, Kajandan Mohammed Husni, Sanjay Tirimana, the skipper, Mensa Stephen, Farooq Fauzan, and Daniel Mustakin making up the starting 11, with Alam Arumugam Lairu, Dilanga Selvam, and Kamal set to come off the bench, and the coach, of course, Aruna Sampath. And for Sri Lanka Police will have Rizvi Rauman, Malinga Hettiarachi, the skipper, Shashan Prabhuddha, Nabil Sardin, Dayajava Selvarajat, Saman Nishanta, Maduranga Tarindu, Gayan Rivaldo, Ahmed Amish, Navoda Hansika, and Kenny Andrado, making up the starting 11. As Sri Lanka Police kick things off from left to right on your screens, and straight away Pelicans pick things off in midfield and immediately going on the offensive, but Sri Lanka Police do well to close down their man, but it was the first set piece of the game going the way of the Pelicans, who want to start things off on the front foot. Pelicans, of course, top of Group B in the Sri Lanka Football Champions League, secured 11 points, had 3 wins and 2 draws, stayed unbeaten in that group stage, and a draw to start out the super round as well. So far have been unbeaten in this tournament and definitely come into this clash as the favorites. But will they be able to do that favorite tag justice? We'll have to wait the next 90 minutes and see. But looks like they've drawn the first foul of the game, and it's going to be a free kick whipped in from the right hand corner. And standing over the ball was Daniel Mustakin, but looks like there's a change in the dead ball duties, as that's a lovely weighted pass to Mustakin. Now needs support on that touchline, finds support in that original taker, whips in across, but unfortunately no one there. And then a hack in hope more than anything from one of the midfielders. And it's a comfortable take for Kenny Andrade in the police goal. And what a long ball that is, straight away on the offensive, but not enough effort there from the police striker to really trouble Farouk Fauzan, who sits in the net for Pelican Sports Club. I was about to say that ball was recycled well, but scrappy pass just invites some pressure from Police Sports Club. This is Pelicans living rather dangerously, trying to play out from the back. And it's great to see that they have the confidence to do so, and why not? They've been one of the standout sides in this Champions League so far. Just trying to suck in the cops and find that pass, which is exactly what they do. And now have a man speeding on the outside. That's Kavindu Ishan. Works it back to the skipper Sanjay Tirimana. And a lovely ball comes out from midfield, but just couldn't get it under control on that occasion. But nonetheless, possession has been recycled back at the feet of the skipper. Here's Tirimana with some space to run into. Works it infield, and a lovely ball over the top. This is the first opportunity for Pelicans. Flashes across the face of goal, but there wasn't a willing runner, and Tirimana's second attempt is straight into the body of the police players, and then bit of frustration shown there by Pelicans. Clatters into Nabil Sardin. Take a look at the replay of that foul there. Yes, both of them were going for the ball, but head-on-head contact is never tolerated, as the referee has blown, and police have their first set piece. But straight away, good signs for Pelicans, managing to create something every time they go forward. And head coach Aruna Sampath on the touchline will be mighty pleased as well, as now they've done well once again to win that second ball in midfield, and finds the feet of Tirimana once again. Here's Kavindu Ishan rather. Definitely, from what we've seen in this first 4.5 minutes or so, Pelicans starting on the front foot, but just as I say, that has been tipped off him, and then the attempted cross eventually found the feet of Fauzan. But that was excellent work there in midfield by Sardin. Now here's Mustakin. Has some open space, finds that pass inside to Kavindu Ishan. Kavindu Ishan, loose touch there, allows the cops to regather themselves and get the clearance away. So 5 minutes played here, and it's advantage Pelicans. Definitely creating more than their opponents, but the game of football is all about taking your chances, isn't it? And Pelicans will need to be clinical in front of goal, and they'll need to make that effort as well. Saw just a while earlier, lovely ball across the face of goal, but no willing runner, and it's always important that your front three are on a similar wavelength. Your wingers can whip in crosses to their target man, and it looks like that's the style that Pelicans are going to play. Have some very deceptive runners on both flanks, the likes of Mustakin and Kavindu Ishan, and Once again, bit of pressure for Police and drawing the first corner of the game for Pelicans. And will be interesting to see how Police Sports Club deal with this one. Corner taken short and whipped in on the second attempt, but cross floats up, and here's Ishan with a valiant attempt at goal. Just flashing wide of the keeper. Very nearly broke the deadlock there. Kamidu Ishan, he's been an absolute live wire in this opening 6.5 minutes. Just fizzed past the keeper. They've had his heart in his mouth for a moment. You can't save those kind of shots. But Police surviving yet another scare. Ball once again finding the feet of Kavindu Ishan. Certainly is the danger man and the biggest cog in this Pelicans wheel. Another set piece to Pelicans. Yes, Tirimana trying to launch an attack, but is closed down well by Police, who won back possession and did well to turn past his defender, but that ball just needed to be a bit more accurate. Thought he would want to play it short and try and build something, but instead opted for the long ball. Ended up losing out on possession, and it's like a foul in midfield. There will gift possession back to the Pelicans. Now finds the feet of Kavidu Ishan once again, but just ran out of room to get the kind of curling he would have wanted on that cross. And just fizzes out of the field of play. It'll be another goal kick to Kenny Andrade. Bit of pinball going in midfield, and Pelicans emerging, and is caught there. Referee very quick to spot that and blow the whistle, and all of a sudden Pelicans have a set piece in a promising attacking area. Take a look at the replay there. Just caught after he'd released the ball. Pleading his innocence was Saman Nishanta, but he couldn't con the referee on that occasion, and looks like it's Mensa Stephen. Sit over the dead ball, but a heavy right boot on him, and has plenty of targets in the Police penalty box. Stephen whips it in, a devious run on the far post, but just couldn't get a toe on that one, and Andrade gleefully makes the collection. But Pelicans asking all the questions here at the Racecourse in the opening 10 minutes. But here's Police now on the counter-attack. Have the Pelicans scrambling, but just look at that structure. Did really well to reset. Have Pelicans back for back in a jiffy in their defensive positions. But take a look at this cross from Mensa Stephen, and unfortunately just couldn't get enough contact there. Could Kojo Anoki for Pelicans. That's a half chance that you would have expected the foreign talent of Pelicans to try and do better with, but certainly looking very dangerous at the moment, the side from Kurunegala. Here's Kojo. Looks for the ball over the top, but aren't getting past the police back four. It's just the one target man there. And they have managed to clear their lines, and police will have a line out in their favour. Nishanta goes long. Couldn't find the feet of his winger. And Pelicans managed to clear their lines, but an unkind bounce there as the ball finds the feet of Malinga Hettiarachi, and Pelicans have done well to turn things over. Here's Kavidu Ishan with a lovely through ball, and this should be the opening goal for Pelicans, and that's slotted past the keeper. Brilliant stuff. Kavidu Ishan, take a bow, and the presence of mind from Ernest Odo to finish off that chance. Missed a sitter earlier, but this time makes absolutely no mistake. One-on-one with Kenny Andrado. And you have to say they had this coming, have dominated this open in 12 minutes. Take a look at that ball from Kavindu Ishan. And that last man tackle is no good, as Ernest Odo calmly slots it past Andrado for the opening goal. And it's advantage Pelicans early doors here at the Racecourse. Brilliant stuff from Pelicans. Had a couple of good chances in those opening 10 minutes and finally making one count. And it's now police. They will have to come from behind once again. Went down 4-1 in their opening fixture. Wouldn't want to make it 2 defeats from 2 in this super round, but plenty of pressure on them. But have managed to recycle possession well from that restart. Have Pelicans, and now with the looking to switch things up onto the right hand side, but the police back four is there, and interestingly it's like they had another man there in the back to defend on that instance. Would expect them to try and go on the offensive. A lovely 1-2 once again with Mustakin, but just couldn't get the touch that he wanted, and Andrado will make the collection. But straight into the feet of the Pelicans right back, and a lovely 1-2 with the goal scorer. Needs to send the cross in. That's exactly what he does. Just doesn't find the feet of Ishan first time, but Ishan has done really well to win that ball, but closed down well by the cops on that instance. Now here's Akojo. Mustakin to Kavidu Ishan, flashes across the face of goal. Here's the winger in some space, but just couldn't get his shot away. Scuffed it and was offside, so wouldn't have counted anyway. But very nearly, very nearly. Another goal scoring opportunity for the Pelicans. And what do you think of this early dominance, Navod?
Police really under pressure. 2 losses from their 2 games, and having conceded 9 already in the first 2. Now with this one 10, they're really under pressure. A team that came into the Super 8s with enormous amount of momentum find themselves on the wrong end of this Super 8 group stage. For Pelicans, after losing their first, they won their next game rather unconvincingly last week against Solid. Have started off well, having restored Daniel Musatkin into the starting 11 alongside Kavindu Ishan, who too did not have the best of games against Solid last week. Here's Ishan on the left into the box. Cleared out for throw in. Coach Aruna Sampath would be a happy man down at the touchline.
Here's Tirimana. Now with Kavindu Ishan, Tirimana again. Looking to send that cross in, and it's a dangerous one, and that's spilled by Andrado. Akojo Andrado is off his line, but Akojo is defended really well there. Desperate tackle coming in. Didn't allow the player to get his shot away. Take a look at this cross. Tease in cross from Tirimana. Andrado made an absolute hash of that one, but did just enough to take the ball away from Yaswin. And then here, Akojo just couldn't get his shot away. That was good defense by Selvaraj on that instance. Pelicans asking all the questions here. And now they'll come again through Kavindu Ishan. Here's Tirimana. Waiting for that space to open up. Our Pelicans, lovely 1-2. Needs to get that through ball in, but looks like he'll opt for the attempt. Here's Mustakin. Ball finds the feet of that midfielder once again, but he's picked off by Police. Pelicans just couldn't decide what to do with possession there. Thought that the number 15 for them, Sadurian, just needed to decide whether he was going to find that through ball or go for the long range attempt. Unfortunately, had possession stolen off of him. Pelicans come away with possession once again, but looks like it's gone straight into the referee, who will bring things back and award possession back to the side in green.
Really surprising not to see Mahindran Dinesh between the sticks for Police. He did have a rather sloppy game last week, but he has been one of the better keepers we've seen. The former Sri Lanka under-20 custodian. Kaindishan, Sadurian to Mensa Stephen. Here's Tiriman. Kaindishan in space, running at the defense. The two men not in the same wavelength. Kojo, Ernestado and Kaindishan.
Played long by Andrado. Found its man eventually. Now here's Malinga. Sends it out to the left hand side. Selvaraj dribbling in, and this is a really good run here from Police. Beat a couple of defenders, but is picked off eventually by Pelicans. Now here's Sadurian. This time gets the pass away. First time to the goal scorer. Advantage played by the referee as well. Kavidu Ishan. Police defense is scrambling, but just managed to get a boot in the way of Kavindu Ishan's attempt there. Desperate stuff from Police. Here's Ishan once again. Had Mustakin run in, but not enough venom on that cross to really trouble the Police back four. And now quick turnaround from the Cops. But the defense is in position for Pelicans. They've played with a really good structure so far, and has really snuffed out anything that Police have tried to create, albeit they've created very little in the first quarter of this game. Now trying to cut through the defense, and Kojo does well to pick off the defender there. Yes, Selvaraj sends it out onto the right hand side. Lovely ball played in behind. Shouts for offside, but just couldn't keep it in the field of play anyway. The winger for Pelicans. But it's really concerning for Police Sports Club, isn't it, Navod, that Pelicans are able to cut through their defense with just a couple of passes.
Very much so. Police desperate for some momentum, some positivity into their game. There haven't been much changes. The starting 11 for Police, so that is a concern as well. Almost the same team that played most of the group stage matches in the round 1. Ball towards Musatkin, just away, but he recovers. Finds Sanjay Thirimana. Ball still in play. Sanjay Thirimana. Here's Saduryan. Cuts back into traffic. Coming to Ishan. Takes a shot. Rebound. Gathered by Kenny Andrade. Good work all around. An awkward bounce for Kenny Andrade to handle. Ball into the box, headed out by Thirimana. Still in play. It's Saman Nishant who is deemed offside.
This was miles offside, as you can see on the replay there. Coming back to that earlier chance, Kavindu Ishan has caused all sorts of problems for Police so far. He's been their focal point in attack for Pelicans, as here's the goal scorer turning his defender Mustakin. Lovely back heel and unleashes a shot at goal. Does Ernest Dado, and took a touch on its way behind Kenny Andrado's net. Take a look at this. Lovely 1-2 Mustakin with the back heel. And just a foot or so wide of Kenny Andrado. And luckily for him, took a touch on its way out. Yes, Mustakin with the header. Andrado tips it over his net. So it'll be back-to-back corners for Pelicans. Police, though, really under the cosh here at the moment. And the tease it cross from Akojo. Mustakin just couldn't get his head over that ball. But nonetheless, very teasing for Andrado, who does well to just tip it over. Now here's Akojo looking to whip it in once again. Floats it up this time for Ado. Made a dash-in run. Yes, Kavidu Ishan. And Kenny Andrado called into action there. Got down sharply at his near post. No, in fact, it came off the foot of the defender. But very nearly number 2 there for Pelicans. Kojo has jogged his way from one corner flag to the other. Now take this one from the left hand side. A more favorable angle for the right footer. This time goes closer, but too close to Andrado on that occasion, but ball is recycled by Pelicans. Here's Mustakin. Just couldn't get any control on that attempt. But Pelicans knocking on the door. And Police just hanging on by the skin on their teeth at the moment. Take a look at what happened there. It was Sadurian that did well to recycle. And you sense the second goal for Pelicans could come at any moment now.
Pelicans almost battering at this Police defense. Here's Musatkin, cuts back in. Oh, and there just Kernestado. Just a bit away from him, but only him inside the box. Ideally, you'd love to see another man in the middle. Another one, the far post. But here's another cross. This time, it takes 2 headers to clear it. Still.
Sri Lanka Police already looking to their bench as Hussein Abdullah makes his way on for Madhuranga Tarindu. Coach Mahinda Galagadara lost for options at the moment. Hooking one of his back 4 within the first 30 minutes. Here's Mensah. Lovely turn, trying to play themselves out from the back once again. Here's Akojo, does brilliantly there. Kavindu Ishan played back nicely. Musatkin. Now to the skipper. Musatkin again. This is lovely stuff from Pelicans. A teasing ball in once again for Ado. Kavindu Ishan trying to gather the scraps and goes straight into the arm of that defender. Shouts for handball, but was pretty close to his body on that occasion, and referee rightfully denies the penalty. Picked off once again by Sadurian. Desperate tackle coming in, but only as far as Tirimana, whose pass evades Musatkin. And Police trying to play themselves out of trouble yet again. Wavered header that time from the defender of Pelicans. I think it was Mohammad Husni. And Police have been gifted a corner. Is this the lease of life that they would have wanted? It'll be the substitute Abdullah over the dead ball, and he's in one of that, but just headed wide off the far post on that instance. Police finally getting a shot, causing Pelicans some trouble, but still not enough to test the goalkeeper Farooq Fauzan.
Half an hour gone in this match. Safe to say it has been all Pelicans. Tug off the shirt by Kojanoke. Gifting a free kick. Loving Police to get out of jail. Another foul this time by Musatkin. Not the best of deliveries once again. This time by Navoda Hasika. Find themselves deep in their own half. Police. Andrado sends it right down the middle. Pelicans, Sadurian to Musatkin. He's unable to keep that ball in play. Rare mistake by the Russian. Shishan to now the Hasika. Pass intercepted, Anoke. Ball downfield. Here's Ernest Ado. Ball goes off. Malinga Hettiarachi. Corner for Pelicans. Pelicans only have Musatkin, Menon, Stado, the two taller men. Now they have Mensa Steven running from defense. Ado heads it downwards. No danger for police. Look at this police lineup. There's very few who could inspire a team. Apart from Shishan Prabuddha, they are creative midfielder, former Royal skipper. The likes of Hussein Abdullah, who just came on. Combination between those two were vital in that group stage for police. Hussein Abdullah was one of the live wires. Coming Dishan. Here's Kojo. Diagonal ball. Search of. Was that Sadurian? It's good to see Pelicans shifting their attack from left to right, keeping police guessing. Here's coming Kojo. Assassin Tiriman on the left. Defense able to recover. Ball still in play. Tiriman. Kojo. Awkward bounce. Takes a shot on target, but easily dealt with by Andrade.
Pelicans managing to get hold of that ball after Andrado's clearance. Yes, Musatkin have an overload on that right hand side. Drawn in the police defense. Looking to switch things up. Kojo again. Just under 8 minutes left in this first half. Pelicans, why wouldn't they love another goal to show for their efforts, but fortunately that was picked off by police, who bar a couple of shots have really failed to create anything in the opening 45 minutes so far. Musatkin plays it back to Kojo. Here's Kavidu Ishan to Musatkin running onto it. Difficult angle, and unfortunately takes it out of the field of play, but was really lost for options there. Didn't have any room, did the forward. As Andrade survives yet another scare. Long ball headed away by Tirimana. Now finds the feet of Kavidu Ishan. Plays it nicely to Kojo. Kojo trying to get past his man. Very nearly did so, but doubled up on him in defense did police. Now they come away with it. Here's Rivaldo playing it over. Looks like he was taken out after he released that ball, and referee will bring things back for a set piece to police. Police are able to pull one back and go into half time. Even Stevens, considering everything that we've seen so far, they certainly will be the happier side. As Saman Nishant stands over the dead ball, plays it right over the top, but cleared away well by Pelicans. Here's Akojo to Ado. Played it to the left hand side, finds the feet of Kavindu Ishan, and Musatkin has Ishan running on that overlap, but just couldn't get the ball away. Picked off by police. Now looking to counter. It's a lovely touch to get away from his man there. Now looks left. There's Saman Nishant, police. Managing to string a couple of good passages of play together, a couple of passes. Trying to open up those gaps in the Pelicans defense, as that's played nicely over the top by Selvaraj. Police with an opportunity. Just couldn't get his shot away. Here's the second attempt. It just flashes over on that occasion from Nabil Sardin. Farooq Fauzan very nearly but Pelicans do well to steal back possession. Now here they come through. Sadurian plays it to Kavindu Ishan. Kavindu Ishan this time off his left boot, looks to send the cross in, and Andrade punches that one away. It's another corner to Pelicans. Kavindu Ishan though Brilliant stuff. Shows he's got that capability off both feet. That time the cross came in off his left. And Akojo will play this one short. Now looks to whip it back in, but a heavy touch from Akojo. Tries desperately to keep it in the field of play, but only goes as far as one of the police defenders. But here's Pelicans with possession once again. Sadurian trying to turn in midfield. Now played over the top, and that ball has gone out of the field of play eventually. Pelicans still in the hunt for that all-important second goal. It's never a sure game, isn't it, now? When you just have that one goal cushion, you always want to get that second. And Pelicans, considering the amount of dominance they've had, they'd want at least 2 or 3 more goals in this game if things stay the way that they are.
Absolutely, Nathan. I think, as I always say, 1-0 lead is never a lead. Appeals for handball. Gets a yellow. Looks like it's outside the box. Dangerous position. Ernest Ado. Shishan Prabhu, the guilty man. An opportunity for Pelicans to make it 2-0 just before half time. Mensa Steven coming to Ishan. If ever Pelicans, I'd rather go with Mensa Steven on this. Five-man ball. Kenny Andrado. Has taken a deflection. Take it short. Coming to Ishan. It's back in. Goes past one. Can't get past the other. Once again, police not executing their exits well.
.60 left then in this first half. Musatkin tried to find Ishan, but just played him a bit short there. Take a look at that replay. Wall did its job. Sent the ball out for a corner. Pelicans so close yet so far once again from that all-important second goal. They have enough time for one last chance in this first half. Here's Musatkin. Plays it to Ishan, makes himself available in that half space, and a lovely through ball to Kavidu Ishan. But Andrado did really well there. Got down just in the brink of time to make an all-important save, and Akojo's shot in desperation almost goes straight into the body of a police defender. But here's Pelicans turning things over once again in midfield, living really dangerously in the dying embers of this first half. And referee Maduranga has seen enough, blows the short whistle, and Pelicans very nearly had 2 goals to take into that break now.
That was a wonderfully weighted through ball from Musatkin for Kavindu Ishan. Kavindu Ishan did do the right thing, but Kenny Andrado diving to his left, keeping Police just down by a goal at the 45-minute mark.
Champions League, एक हाथ गैस में, hanguman kick में, जावा ये नरमने, भाग दुलाने भी दी दस्ते गोल एक गाना इसी सरसने, समरोपने साथ देने. One heart. One game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the Champions League में
Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
Police that get things underway. Kicking from right to left in this second half. First touch there for Navod Hansika. Picked off by Musatkin, who was live wire in that first half, but it was really all about Kavindu Ishan, isn't it, in that opening 45 minutes. But it's great to see Police trying to start things off on the front foot. They'll have to score next in this game, because you just get the feeling that a second goal from Pelicans, considering the way they've played and the dominance that they had, will sort of put this game to bed. So it's really important for the men in blue today to try and get that all-important first score in the second half to try and find some leeway back into this game. Conceded 9 and scored 1 in their opening 2 fixtures. It doesn't look promising. The defense has held a bit firmer today, but has already let in a goal. But here they come on the offensive now, Police. Just no way through the Pelicans midfield that has really been controlled by Kojo Anokie in that first half, and even now getting back in behind, helping out his defense, and that's exactly what you want from a number 6. Now here's the danger man for Pelicans. Kavindu Ishan looks to send it in off his left boot, but just ran out of room on that occasion, and no damage done. Kenny Andrado will roll it out to his defender. Pelicans whips this one in, but looks like he was offside. Was the right wing of Pelicans. Continues to be gloomy here over Colombo. Certainly not what we've been used to over the past few days or so. Just a bit of a cool breeze blowing across the racecourse, which will certainly help the players as well. And these are ideal conditions for sport, provided that the rains do stay away. That was for Yasaswin Tirimana, the younger Tirimana, in this Pelicans lineup. Sanjay Tirimana, of course, the skipper. So foul has been drawn there, and looks like the first set piece, or the first foul rather, of this second half is Kojo just going through the back. Kojo rather just going through the back on that occasion. A bit soft, but a foul nonetheless, and a beautiful ball in behind. Here come Police, but just got caught in his own foot in there. Did the number 8. Hussein Abdullah, one of the substitutes, and he just had to be better with that chance. But what a lovely ball in behind it was. Went round the defender, but Abdullah should have done a lot better there, considering the position that Police are in at the moment as well. Now Pelicans trying to create something, but it's picked off beautifully by Police, and now on the attack once again. Yes, that man Abdullah, can he make amends for that missed chance? But unfortunately closed down well by the Pelicans defender. And here's Ado making a run, support his defense, but ends up coughing up possession. Now here come Police again, just trying to get those gaps to open up in the Pelicans defense. This is a lot better from Police, keeping the ball with them, playing within themselves, and then looking to pounce that time. Defense read that through ball really well, got in the way of it, but it's ricocheted back to Police. And now touches it in, and straight away Fauzan called into action. That's an acrobatic stop there from the keeper, and a a shot from almost nothing, from right on the edge of the box on that right hand side, and that's an exceptional save from Farooq Fauzan. I'm sure it would have caught him off guard as well. Certainly caught us off guard. And Police, this is certainly the start they would have wanted to this second half, as that's whipped in by Kavindu Ishan. But too much power on that as it rolls away for another goal kick to Andrado. But certainly the start that Police Sports Club would have wanted. They need to score first in this second half. And from what we've seen in the opening 5.5 minutes, it certainly looks promising from the Cops, doesn't it, Nawad?
Yes, they need to continue this momentum, because the longer it stays 1-0, there's always the chance of you getting frustrated. That's bound to happen. It's about applying yourselves. Still a long way to go. Almost around 40 minutes, including added time. Cross in. Deflected off Dabar and Selvaraj for a corner. And from Pelicans' point of view, it's vital they get that second goal. Good ball in. Mr. Steven. Beg your pardon, it was Kojanoke. Good delivery into the 6-yard box. As the lights slowly but surely coming into effect. Rather overcast conditions here at the Racecourse. Both teams definitely loving these conditions. Weak effort. Police partially clears it away. Pelicans. Out for a throw in.
Pelicans bench watching on. Side just need to kill this game. Wouldn't want to be hanging on 1-0, going too late. Police once again come again with position. But it's once again well done by Kojo to nick it off the man, and lovely lateral run from the midfielder, and now trying to cut back inside our Pelicans, but heavy touch takes it straight back to the feet of the Police defense. Now trying to play themselves out the back. Our Police goes over the top, but that Pelicans back four have been winning all those aerial battles, especially when Police have tried to play those long balls in behind. I don't think that should be the game plan from the Cops. It's another throw in going the way of Police, trying to make something happen, but Mensah, looks like he caught his man there. It looks like the set piece has been given away. Yes, Mensah rather gingerly walking away from that tackle. And Police now with another opportunity. Try to whip this one into the box. Hamad Amish Try and whip it in with his right foot. Floats it up. Here's the chance for Police. Gets the header away, but no direction on it. Ball is still live here, and then desperately headed away by the Pelicans player, but out for another throw in from close quarters for the Cops. Sent back in once again. Tries to get his shot away, or was it a pass out by to the right winger? Either way, not the best of deliveries on that occasion from the Police defender, and just failed to create anything from that opportunity that they had. Couple of opportunities that they had, and now playing it nicely through to Ernest Ado. Ado tries to chip the keeper. That's an absolute beauty from Ado. He gets his second. Pelicans get their second. And this potentially could be the score that put this game to bed. Ernest Ado, take a bow, son. Brilliant goal. And I've loved his composure all throughout this game. Had the presence of mind to run round the defender and then just chipping it over Andrado with his right foot. Absolutely nothing that the Police keeper could do about that one. But watch it sail over his head and right into his net. And Pelicans finally converting their pressure into something. And what a goal that was from Ernest Ado, Navod.
Brilliant execution from Ernest Ado. From an acute angle. It's very difficult to execute one of those chips. He did excellently well. Now we were talking about Police starting off the second half well. They weren't able to get that equalizer and now find themselves 2 goals down. Next 20 odd minutes, rather 30 odd minutes, is crucial, especially for Police. Last 2 games they've conceded 4 goals and 5 goals respectively. If they switch off, there's a high tendency that they'll concede more this evening. Mensa Stephen. Sends the free kick down on the left wing. Cross coming in. It has gone out. Anastadu finds Kamindishan. Sutkin coming back from an offside position. You can see, yes. Referee playing advantage. Here's Tiriman. Pelicans have another corner. Kojanoki takes it short. Kajanandan takes a shot. Brilliantly saved by Kenny Andrade.
Very nearly there for Pelicans. Played it short, not the best of deliveries, but that clearance went right into the path of the Pelicans player rushing on. And then an absolute brilliant save from Andrade, and was caught off his line there. Chance is still live here for Pelicans. Sent in by Kojo. Kojo again. No one in the middle there, and Andrade will breathe a huge sigh of relief as he collects that. Be interesting to take a look at what happened. This was the corner, and a vicious shot coming in. And Andrade in no position to get in the way of that. Luckily for him, came off his post. That was very nearly the third goal there for Pelicans. Now playing with a spring in their step. Here's Kojo playing it in behind to Ado. Nipped off by the police defender though. And Kojo coming through the back of Rivaldo. Will milk the foul. Got the ball, but subsequently got the man as well. It's a bit harsh on Kojo, but a foul nonetheless. And Rivaldo still hasn't gotten up. And referee calls on the medical staff.
Rivaldo limps off the field, but looks okay to get back onto the field. Nabil Sardin hits the ball out. It will be a goal kick for Pelicans. Pelicans reading a substitution. Looks like they'll be taking off Daniel Musatkin. He will be replaced by Selvam Sudarshan. Shishan, not the best of passers.
And yes, here is that substitution we were talking about. Selvam Sudarshan makes his way onto the park. We'll have almost half an hour to play. Daniel Musatkin, big boots to fill. It's caused a lot of problems for the police backline. His hold-up play has been good. Chance for Sudarshan to try and make an impact in this last 26 minutes or so. Here come police. Still looking for that goal. But Pelicans have done really well. Their pressing has been exceptional. Always winning those second balls, managing to nick the ball off the police team. There once again, lovely tackle from Pelicans, where there's another police attack. And then this is the pressing we were talking about. Brilliant stuff. And the teamwork as well from Pelicans has been exceptional. Here's Rivaldo who comes away with the ball. Now sends it out onto the right hand side. Can he get a good cross in? And Fauzan makes an absolute hash of that. And that might go down as an own goal. And just as we were praising the Pelicans backline, they've gone and gifted a goal to Police. And the deficit is back down to just the one goal now.
Gift of a goal for Police. Farooq Fauzan. What were you doing? Should definitely be an own goal. Now Pelicans, after all that hard work to get that second goal, find themselves in a similar position that they were in at halftime. Clumsy bit of glove work from Farooq Fauzan. Here's Ernest Addo. It's off for Gojanoke. Takes a shot straight at Andrado.
Police with the free kick, and it's a long ball out onto that right hand side. Needs some support, does the Police winger. Has to do it all by himself and is forced to go back. Police nonetheless still with the ball. Amish thought about whipping that one in, but unleashes his winger on his way, has a second bite at the cherry, and this time Fauzan pouches it cleanly. So Police still in, still fighting. And after that gift from Fauzan just a few moments ago, still in with a chance in this game, despite being under the pump for basically the entire 69 minutes that we've had so far. Now here they come once again, but just got away from Damit Samantha there. Goes out for a throw in to Pelicans.
Kojo against Navod Hasika. Police gets a free kick. They take it quickly. Malingi Hettiarachi. Shashank Prabuddha. Again a misplaced pass. Another good attacking opportunity lost for Police. But here comes Pelicans on the other end. Navod Hasika shepherds the ball well. Hetiarachi. Cross straight to the hands of Farooq Fauzan. Police needs to do better in those sort of situations. Police showing some urgency, but not the execution that they would like, especially in that attack in third. Sanjay Thirimana whips in across towards his brother on the other end. Or was it Selvam Sudarshan? Kane. Sardine. Misses that ball. Being possession back to Pelicans. Kavindushan to the box. Cannot go past now the Hasika. Coach Anoke. Aimless bit of passing from both Police and Pelicans. Looks like Shishan Prabuddha came in from an offside position.
Taken quickly there by Mensa Stephen. Lovely touch there from Ado to Sutarshan rather. Ball back with Stephen. Pelicans just trying to see this game out now. Played into midfield, tries to play it in behind. There's Sadurian, but it's cleared away for another throw in to Pelicans. As there's more substitutions coming in for Police. Coach Mahinda Galagedara looking to his bench for answers. The only goal that they've created as well has just been a gift from Pelicans. It's not that they've been very incisive with their attacks, but that man right there has been the exact opposite. Kavidu Ishan has been a live wire for Pelicans, but Police have done well to close him down a bit in the second half. Perhaps a bit tired as well. That looked like hard contact and the player has stayed down. Forces the referee to stop the game. Call on the doctor. Didn't look too comfortable. Pelicans making the best of a bad situation. This will run down the clock as well. Take a look at that, going right into the back of him. Navodhasika rather. Both players were competing for the ball, but Hasika has done his counterpart some damage there. Medical staff on the field, and looks like that will be curtains for the Pelicans player. Another substitution for police. Madhuka Ashan on for Nabil Sardin. Sardin has been decent in patches for police whenever they've gone forward. It's just that they haven't been forward too often. And Pelicans as well. Yet to see who will come on to replace the injured player. Looks like that will be the game for him. Good chance though for police to just break the rhythm of Pelicans. Good chance for Coach Galagedara to relay the game plan as well to his Chargers. Heading into the final 10-15 minutes of this game. Sure, there'll be a bit of stoppage time as well, considering the injury hold-up that we've had just now. But police just need to find something, just need to find that spark. Try and grab a goal. Try and level things. Pelicans, on the other hand, just need to keep doing what they've done so far in this game. Absolutely dominant. Just don't have enough goals to show for it. Just the 2 goals on the card. But certainly, for the way they've played, they've deserved a lot more than that. And hopefully, they can grab another to just kill this game as we approach the 80th minute.
Looks like Alam Akram is going to come on for Pelicans. Yasaswin Tiriman will be the man going off, stretchered off. Just over 10 minutes play, 10 minutes to play rather. Police does not have a lot of options off the bench. But here's a good opportunity. Takes a shot. Off the wall. As Pelicans makes the substitution. Alam Akram coming on for Yasaswin Tiriman.
Big chance there for police. Just couldn't get the direction. Madhukashan very nearly had the second goal, had the equalizer. And yes, it is Akram on to the park now for Pelicans. But Police still in the hunt as Kojo nips off the player once again. This is brilliant. Here's Sutarshan, a shot coming in from distance. It's out for another goal kick. Pelicans would have done themselves a favor there by just keeping the ball with them. Possession, of course, is important, especially with just a 1-goal advantage. Wouldn't want to allow Police too much time on the ball. Try and manufacture something, as ball nearly fell kindly there to Ernest Ado. But it's just squirted away for another goal kick. Take a look there. That clearance going straight into the way of the Pelicans forward, who has stayed down as well. He's run a big race today. Ernest Ado has both Pelicans goals to his name and 2 absolute beauties as well. A lovely touch to get one-on-one with the keeper, and then a beautiful chip from another one-on-one situation. But it might be curtains for the big centre forward of Pelican Sports Club.
Stop-start affair in the last 10-15 minutes or so. A lot of stoppages. Andrade thumps the ball downfield. Madhukashan, the substitute, putting a lot of pressure on Mensah Steven. Screaming in agony is Mensah Steven. Let's see what happens there. Malinga Hittiarach was the man who was coming in as Steven and Madhukashan was tussling. Here's Hittiarach. Definitely a high boot to the knee, right in front of the linesman. Still down, holding his left knee, is Mensah Steven.
Police trying to create something. Have plenty of men back. Do Pelicans. They know how important this win will be for them. As they try to climb this Super 8 of the Sri Lankan Football Champions League. That's a lovely through ball, but well read there by the centre half of Police, or Pelicans rather.
Selvraj, Shishan Prabuddha to Damit Samantha.
Police now, you sense, have to throw the kitchen sink at this one. Just 3 minutes plus stoppages to come. But here's Akram trying to toy with the defender there, but stood his ground. Did Saman Nishanta. Police once again just need to get bodies up the field, hunting for that equalizer, get their first point in this super round. But once again, Kojo Nokke doing really well in midfield. He's been one of the standouts for Pelicans alongside his big centre forward Ernest Ado. They've been pulling the strings, as has this man Kavindu Ishan. Whenever he's got the ball at his feet, he's really made something happen for Pelicans. They are the reason why they find themselves with this advantage and on the brink of another win in this Champions League. Police, though, still have time to try and pull a rabbit out of the hat. Just the one goal that Pelicans are clinging on to. Yes, Stephen launches it out of his own penalty box. Another long ball coming in from Kenny Andrado. One of his players managed to get on the end of that one, but a heavy touch takes it back to Pelicans. Now here's Ishan. Tried to play one over the top, but just skewed it. Went out for a throw-in, taken quickly by Police. Sent out again as we enter the final 60 seconds of normal time. Surely there will be plenty of stoppages to come as well, as looks like he's gone through the back of the Police player, inviting some pressure in the dying embers of this game. Pelicans, that was a bit cynical there. Take a look at the replay. Absolutely cynical from Mensa Stephen. And Police need to make the most of this chance. 20 seconds left and 6 minutes to be added on as well. As this is a tease in ball and off his line quickly, and the follow-up shot is not far away either. Very nearly for Police. Farouk Fauzan would have had his heart in his mouth there as he watched that ball fizz over his crossbar. Like I said, 6 minutes of added time, but take a look, a tease in delivery. Fauzan did well to come off his line, and the follow-up attempt not far away. Police very nearly had that all-important equalizer, and Pelicans survive a late scare. Still 5.5 minutes left to play. Pelicans would just want to slow the game down, just see this one out. They've done so well for so long. As Akram wins another corner, Pelicans, this is exactly what they would have wanted. Taking his time with it, Akram. He's urged on by the police players. But Pelicans in absolutely no hurry. Yes, Kojo Nokie. The deliveries have been impressive off the dead ball as well. Floats it up. Here's Ado. Gets on the end of that, but no control on that header. Goes out for a goal kick taken quickly by Andrado. Police looking to get up the field in quick time, and does really well there once again. A tease in long ball, and all that Stephen could do was put that out for another throw in, but in a much more promising area for Police. As Kumar Kavinash comes on for the impressive Kavindu Ishan to just see off this last 4 minutes. Defender on for a winger. Here come Police once again. Here's the skipper. Plays it out wide, but unfortunately had just strayed offside there. Just lacked the presence of mind on that occasion. Did Abdullah take a look there? Skipper made that pass, and Abdullah had just lost sight of the line. Here's Mensa Stephen, and that's a thump in clearance right back at the Pelicans defender. Now a lot more pressure applied, but too much pressure, says referee Madhuranga, as he brings things back for a free kick to Pelicans. Will take their time with this one as well. Just under 3 minutes left. Stephen thumps this one downfield. Andrado makes the collection. Sends it back. Police trying to create something here. But Pelicans, as they have done all game, doing really well to close them down. Kojo Anoke once again coming away with the ball in midfield. Yes, Sutarshan, lovely 1-2, lovely ball over the top by Ado, but Sutarshan just didn't have enough in him to get on the end of that. But ball still at the feet of Pelicans here. Here's Ado, tries to cut back infield. A lovely ball played there, and Pelicans will fancy a shot here, and that's cynical from Police. Referee going straight into his pocket. Lovely hold up play there from Pelicans. Drawing the foul from Police, and that's exactly what they would have wanted. Couple of the substitutes, and it was Akram. Was clattered into by the Police defender. Dabar and Selvaraj. And with just over a minute left from the 6 added on, Pelicans with a golden opportunity to get that third goal and really kill this game. We saw Mensa take one from a similar position earlier today, but went straight into the wall, and this time Kojo Nokke from right on the edge of the D. Here's an okay shot, but straight into the wall once again. Police trying to counter quickly. Managed to come away with the ball, but Pelicans doing well to hold on to it. And had bodies at the back Did Pelicans. Yes, Kojo. Dying embers of this game at the racecourse. Police in the wrong part of the field and on the wrong side of the score sheet as well. And that's a handball, and could this be that last opportunity that Police were looking for? Albeit they have plenty of ground to make. Hasika sends it downfield. But Police just getting a bit over eager there on that occasion. As the clock has ticked over the 96 minutes. Sutarshan making the most of that foul. And could that be the game for Pelicans? And yes, referee Chatura Maduranga blows the long whistle, and Pelicans have done really well to hold on for a 2-1 victory over Sri Lanka Police, whose season just hasn't clicked into place for them yet. But Pelicans 2 wins on the trot in this super round. They dominated this game from start to finish. Should have had plenty more, but 2 goals from Ernest Sado is enough to see them get all 3 points here Tuesday night. Finally, after missing out in their first game, getting things to click in this super round. Opportunities, had a really promising start, forced Fauzan into a couple of sharp saves, and then this absolute beauty from Ernest Ado. went down in that first game, but after that it's 2 wins on the bounce. Rather unconvincing one last week, but a lot more convincing performance this time out, but just don't have the goals to show for it. But 6 points none. Things happen. Asked plenty of questions of the police defense and was the real match winner for Pelican Sports Club as they notched up their second win in this super round. So we take a look at what's left. Like I said, Saunders taking on Java Lane. What a classic that is going to be. Certainly will bring in the crowds Tuesday night. If you're in the vicinity of the racecourse, do head down here as it's in for an absolute cracking affair between Saunders and Java Lane to close out week 3 of the super round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League 2025-26. And with that, we bring to an end our coverage of this game between Sri Lanka Police Sports Club and Pelican Sports Club. And thank you for joining us live. And it's a big thank you on behalf of the entire technical and production team. Good night.